Hello and welcome to part 12 of Postman tutorial series. In this part we are going to talk about mock servers and we are going to see how we can create mock servers in Postman. So let's first talk about what is mock server. So mock server helps us to stimulate the behavior of an server. So if you are working in a scenario when you want to interact with a particular endpoint which is not yet available in SIT or in production environment, then you can make use of this mock server to stimulate the behavior of that particular endpoint. You can add mock server to your collection in Postman, and how we can do it we are going to see it in detail in demo. So important thing is that if you want to create a mock server in Postman, you need to be signed into your Postman account to create that mock server. And let me tell you why this step is important. It is because with Postman free account, you can only have 1000 mock requests, which will be catered by those mock servers. In case if you want to increase this limit, you will have to purchase the higher version or licensed version of Postman. On Postman's official website, you will find different plans and packages, and you can select whatever suits your requirement. But for learning point of view, or for the basic use for your own purpose, then for that free edition is quite sufficient. So next is why mock servers are so useful. So mock servers helps you, or they gives you ability to start working against a particular API before that service is even available. So you can imagine a scenario wherein you want to interact with a particular API or service which is not yet fully developed. Then in that case you can make use of this mocking functionality of Postman, so that without having their code or the other code available, you can develop the code from your end, so that you are in your development phase you can make use of this mock APIs, and at later point of time when those actual APIs are available, you can just replace this mock with the actual endpoints. Another benefit is that when your development teams are working in isolated environment, so in that case, sometimes APIs or services may be unstable. It might send some kind of invalid input, or that kind of things are always possible. So to avoid the scenarios in the initial phases of development, these mock servers are used to test your own code or functionality. And of course it allows you to continue your development work even when the actual endpoints are not available. So this is basically mock server works. Whenever you receive the request, there is something called as a request matcher which lies in the mock server, and what it does is that depending on your input request, there are certain parameters or there are some conditions which are matched against the different set of rules that you define in this mock server. And depending on whichever uh, request matched in the particular mock server, accordingly the particular response action is taken, and depending on that response action, the response is sent back to the client. Now in this case, this response action could be sending 500 response, sending 200 response, depending on a certain request conditions. So this mock servers gives us the ability wherein we can put different rules, and these rules are executed whenever the request is received, and depending on the outcome of that rule, the response is sent back to the client. So next we will now go to Postman and we will see how we can create mock server. So I have opened the Postman application, and in last video we had created these two collections. So we are going to see how we can create the mock servers for these collections. So there are different ways in which we can create the collection. We can create the mock server. One is that we can create on these three dots to view more actions, and here we can click on mock collection to create the mock servers. Else we can even go to history, and in history we can click again on more actions, and you can click on this mock request, or else you can go to file and you can click on new, and it gives you option to create a mock server. So now to start with, we are going to see the option wherein we can create the mock server for a particular collection. So prerequisite of before we can create a mock server is that every request within that collection should have an example associated with it. So till now we haven't associated any example with the particular request. So let's see how we can do that. So let me click on this get user first and let me send this request. So this is the response that I have received from the actual endpoint. And now I want to mock this particular endpoint using Postman. So first step is we have to create an example. So now once we run this request and we receive the response, what we can do is that we can click here and click on add example. And here we can just rename it to get user example. And you can see now under this get user, I have this example available now. And if I open this particular example, you can see it essentially has that same response which was sent by the actual endpoint. In the similar way, let's create the example for this token generation request. I clicked on send. As soon as I received the response, I clicked on add example, renamed it to token generation example and saved it. Similarly, let's do it for create user. We got the response. We click on add example and I change the name to create user example. So now you can see this collection has 3 requests and all of the 3 requests have example associated with it. You can add multiple examples also to this particular any particular use case. For example, for this get user, let me see if user number 9 works. Yeah, so now I send a request with user ID as 9 and I can save this example also. Let me give some name, example 9. So you can see now that under get user I have 2 examples added. In the similar way, you can add multiple examples under one particular request. So let me close this other windows first. So now let's move to the next step, which is creation of a mock server. So let me click on this three dots and click on mock collection. So as soon as I click on mock collection, it gives me prompt to enter some values. So first is mock server name. So let me first add the mock server name as first mock server. Collection is collection A and version we are keeping it as current. In case if you have multiple versions of the collection, then you can make use of this particular tab. At the moment we are not touching it. Then you can also select environment, and environment is the essentially the environment in which this mock server will be created. You can also create it as no environment, or you can also create it for production environment. So depending on whatever environments you have defined in your Postman, you can select them, or otherwise you can keep it as generic, not associated with any environment. At the moment I am keeping it as test environment. Then you have option of saving the mock server URL as an environment variable, or you can make mock server as private. How we can make mock server as private, we will see to that part in advanced section of this video. But essentially when we make mock server as private, then no one can access it without a proper API key. By default, Postman mock servers are public. Anyone with that URL can access those APIs. But in case if you want those APIs to be restricted to a particular group of users, in that case you can make your mock server as private. At the moment I am keeping mock server as public, and let me click on the create mock server. So now our mock server is created. We can copy the URL here. We also have options of renaming it, managing roles and moving. And then we have this particular URL, mock server URL, which is generated by Postman for us. You can see that it has this particular ID in the URL, which starts with 88 and ends with 6A. So whenever you generate any mock server in Postman, Postman creates a unique ID for that particular mock server. This is called as mock server ID. And as I said, that mock server ID will be unique for every mock server that you create in Postman. So now our mock server is created, And next step is, let's see if that mock server works correctly or not. So let me copy this mock URL. So how it works is that it gives you this particular URL and you have to append the URI to this particular URL. So let me show you how you can do it. For example, in this get user request, our host name is reqres.in, and rest of the thing which starts with /API/users9 is our URI part. So now Postman has created the host and provided us the host, and what we have to do is that whatever host name is created, we have to replace it in this particular actual request. So you can see now only the host I have replaced with the mock server which is created by Postman, and I kept the same URI which was there for the actual request that I used to hit to the actual backend. And now when I click on send, I got this particular response for ID 9. So you can remember we have one more example wherein the user was 8. So let's try to see what happens when we send a request with user ID as 8. So you can see for 8 we got the user ID response back for the user ID 8. So you can notice one thing here, that Postman mock server is intelligent enough to pick the correct example which matches to your incoming request. When we send the incoming request to us with user ID as 9, it automatically returned back the response for ID equal to 9. And when we change it to 8, it returned the response containing the data for a user whose ID is 8. So, and we haven't configured anything in mock server to have this kind of intelligence. So that is something by default provided by Postman, that it will try to match the incoming request with all the examples that we have created, and whatever the best matched response is there, it will send that particular response back. Now if I change it to 6, now let's see what response it gives. So you can see when we send a request as 6, it gave the ID response for ID is equal to 9, because we don't have any particular response corresponding to this particular URI. And that is why in such a cases it sends the response which is in one of the response which is configured as an example. So as I said, similar way we can create mock server by clicking on this file and new. You can create it from your history tab. You can view your mock servers here. So let me click on this. So this will show you the number of requests that have been received to your mock server. You can see here that there are 3 requests that we have sent. You can also view the request headers or the response body. So this you can use in case if you want to see what requests have been received and what response have been sent to the particular mock server. And this way you can actually monitor how your mock servers works, because as I said, by default Postman gives you 1000 calls per month which can be catered by your mock servers, and in case if you want to do it for more, you have to go for the licensed version of it. So this was about the introduction of mock servers. In the coming videos we are going to see some advanced features related to mock servers. In case you haven't watched my previous videos on Postman, you can watch it in my channel. You can also have a look at the other videos, and if you think those are useful to you, you can like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.